Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and this video is brought to you by the online BBallBreakdown membership. Click the first link in the description below to learn more and join. There were plenty of obstacles in the way of the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 2 last night. They were on the road in Mile High, Damian Lillard was a mere mortal, and the referees seemed in the bag for the Denver Nuggets. In a physical game, marred by some serious injuries on both sides, the Blazers showed their toughness by controlling most of the contest, limiting their mistakes, and nailing clutch shots. Lillard burned the Nuggets in Game 1 for 39 points with a variety of baskets from all over the floor, but the opposite happened to start Game 2. And you can see Denver was determined to make life a little bit harder for him as Millsap shadows Dame, preventing the drive and enticing him to settle for the contested jumper. The Nuggets defense also did something interesting to start, going underneath the ball screens for Dame. Torrey Craig gets below Cantor and right back on Dame to prevent the shot, and they do get a decent look, but it's contested and the shot doesn't go down. Again, Craig goes underneath the screen in order to contain Lillard from getting into the lane, and they lure him into a well-contested long two-pointer. Craig goes underneath the screen twice, and Dame is going to eventually make you pay as he gets into the lane and kicks to a wide-open Mo Harkless who nails the shot. In contrast, when Craig chases around the screen, it gives Dame a clearer view of the court as he steps back for a good look at a 17-footer that goes in. On this one, Craig goes on the high side of the screen to chase, Plumlee has no hope of keeping Lillard in front, and it's an easy reverse layup. Another reason Dame started off slow is because Portland decided to attack perceived mismatches down low, which got it out of Dame's hands. While it worked well for this Mo Harkless post-up on Jamal Murray, it was downright ugly when they let Aminu isolate in the post against Beasley, as Plumlee just erases the shot. And for some reason, they thought they could try it again with Will Barton guarding Evan Turner, and this might have been even uglier. Nikola Jokic also had a monster Game 1, but for some reason felt disconnected last night. The focus was clearly to get Millsap going early, which left their best offensive weapon to wander out of the frame on this ugly miss. And it also left him out of the loop on this Millsap isolation that commanded a double team. CJ wanders 4 steps too close to the ball unnecessarily, opening up a nice find in the corner for Harris, who couldn't knock down a first quarter 3 despite being wide open on all 3 of his attempts. The heroes for the Blazers were Mo Harkless, who was the +9 in only 12 minutes until severely spraining his ankle. And key contributions from Rodney Hood prompted me to unleash one of my famous Rodney Hood Mama tweets. Something I hadn't done in 2 seasons as he attacked the mismatch against Murray down low, and then watch how the Curry-Collins pick and roll forces full rotations by the Nuggets, who do a good job to catch up, but no matter when you've got Rodney rising up over Murray to knock down the 3-ball. Zach Collins also gave them some really good minutes after Harkless went down, like this gorgeous jab step, plant, spin move, jump hook to make Plumlee look foolish. And later in the game, when Portland goes to their bread and butter double exit action, Plumlee should know better than chase McCollum on this Iverson cut to the wing. It leaves Collins wide open for the creative hanging hook off the glass for a key bucket to maintain their lead. In the end, it was CJ McCollum who hit for 15 points in the second half, bombarding them with little jumpers from the mid-range while finding soft spots in Denver's defense, and then moving back behind the line later in the game to hit crucial baskets that enable the Blazers to keep their somewhat sizable lead, eliminating any real threat the Nuggets might have had towards the end. One thing that did strike me about this game is how the referees made their calls. Now, one might argue that the league wants a longer series, so they'd want Portland to win this game. But based on some egregiously bad calls last night against the Blazers, I was simply shaking my head all night long. In the first quarter, Dame gets right into the lane for one of his patented finishes at the rim, and you can see very clearly that Jokic comes down and whacks him on the right arm, and it's not even close. In crunch time, it's a good idea to bring Jokic out to defend the pick and roll, and CJ blows right into the lane for a stretching layup. Watch how Jokic whacks him across the arm, no call. And when Kanter gets baseline on him and goes for the reverse, and Jokic again hits him on the arm rather than a clean block, it just feels like, how can they miss so many of these? One of the best ways to overcome bad refereeing is to remain calm and rely on your skill to put you over the top. And if you're looking to improve your individual skills, then you simply must check out Point Guard College. With their intelligent approach to teaching the game, you'll learn what it truly takes to become great. With camps in over 30 states and Canada, PGC will unlock your true potential and transform you into the best player you can be. If you aspire to be as good as Lillard or Jokic, there is no better environment than PGC. Early in the second half, as the Nuggets were trying to make a run, watch Jake Layman get to the spot, squared up the man, and Millsap just bowls him over. At worst, this should be a no call, but it certainly shouldn't have been a blocking foul. No way. On this drive, Beasley takes off to the hoop, Turner helps out and gets all ball, and yet the lead official, who has absolutely no angle for this, calls it. And to make matters worse, it was a second late. How about this one? The refs called this a kicked ball, even though it has to be intentional. This ball is just dribbled off Kanter's foot inadvertently. This was a turnover and would have led to a fast break. Gary Harris did get called for what appeared to be a clean steal of the ball. However, it's possible it was just a late whistle due to all the contact just before he knocked the ball away. However, he really should have gotten a technical foul for this very provocative move right at the referee. Jokic's fifth foul was a real doozy too, as I still can't figure out why they would call this midway through the fourth. By the way, Jokic had a 15-point third quarter in Game 1 and shot a ton of free throws. On a few of the calls, his flops were really terrible. He cleaned up his act in Game 2, or the Blazers simply didn't give him opportunities to embellish, and as a result, he scored a lot less. The worst example I can give you, though, is on the Lillard defensive possession where he literally gets elbowed in the face, and he gets whistled for the call. And don't give me this stuff about his hands being on Murray. No advantage there. It's something everyone does on every play and never gets called. Now that we shift the games to Portland, Denver no longer has the inherent advantage of altitude nor the benefit of home calls from the refs. And to make matters worse, the Moda Center is one of the most hostile environments in the NBA. I'd be very concerned if I were Denver that the Blazers were able to control the game on the road with Damian Lillard shooting so poorly. I'm sure the series will be long, but I also think Game 3 is a crucial one along the way. And if Portland wins that one, I'd expect them to win the series. Sports fans, Coach Nick again, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then I've got a new online basketball membership where I share with you the best of what NBA teams are doing to help you be more successful on the court. Click the first link in the description or the pinned comment below to learn more. And don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know how you feel about today's video. After all, at BBallBreakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in?